let me now turn it over to my friend, Rhonda Zarate. Give her a big hand.
Thanks so much. Thank you. Well, thank you, each and every one of you, for coming today. Welcome, my TED Talk friends. I am so happy to be here. But what I'm the happiest about is that each and every one of you is plugged in and connected with your own life, that you would show up here this morning, make time to maybe learn one little tip today. As you can see, we're going to do top 10 tips on happiness, creating magic of a good life, Rhonda style. So buckle up, hang on, I have no idea what's coming. So you may or may not know this, but I am, oops, that's a little too soon. I am write a column in the Vallarta Tribune called Find Your Happy. I'm plugged into a lot of different happy things in my life. And I started doing this about 2 years ago, más o menos, and it's a love letter to my great-great-great-grandchildren, because I thought, I have boys, and I cannot count on them to teach everything that I would teach my future granddaughters, or grandsons. So I've covered everything from relationships, your tribe, your work, your travel, what you eat, where you live, over the last 2 years. Then this TED Talk came up, and I thought, wow, how groovy would it be to film it? So if you'll just bear with me and let me take a moment. My future children of my family, I love you. Oh, I'm getting emotional. It's ridiculous. And 100 years from now, please don't make fun of what Granny's wearing, because it was in 2018. And I hope you can take something in your life that will enhance it. My youngest son has said that after I pass, he is going to show this video to his kids and his grandkids, and I hope it goes down the line. My birthday's in June, and I know he'll... Oh, sorry, I don't know how that got there. God bless Geminis. So I'm really, a few Geminis out there. So I'm really excited today, and my motto is happy heart plus happy home equals a happy life. And if you have all of those things and a happy attitude filled with gratitude, you're good to go. I'm not sure, each of us has a moment in life, and some people have said to me, how do you wake up happy? What's this happiness thing? Well, I'm just roughly 17 years ago, I was going along my happily merry way. Some of you know this story. And with my happy little family, and then bam, I ran into a brick wall. No, a cement wall. Well, not literally, but that's how it felt. My beloved little, oh gosh, I'm like a little baby today. I can't even look at that. My 5-year-old was diagnosed with type 1 juvenile diabetes. And life as we knew it changed for our whole family, but especially for him. And I remember when I took him to the hospital that I thought he had a urinary tract infection. It was just like in the movies. There was a curtain, and I heard 2 nurses saying, wow, if I ever seen a diabetic, it's that kid. And I was like, oh my God. So it took 2 adults and myself, so 3 of us twice a day to hold him down in the beginning while we gave him his injections. And then add the 6 finger pokes on top of that, he got to being a hider. He'd hide in his closet, he'd hide under his bed, and I'd have to go find him. I went from mummy to this monster in his eyes. And it was, he would be under the bed, and I knew he was under there. He wouldn't let go of the bed, the legs. And he'd be hanging on to it, and I'd have to pull him out, and he'd be crying out to me, Mommy, Mommy, please, I'll be a good boy, no more needles. So that sucks the living fricking happiness out of every DNA cell you have. And one day I was going through life, I think I was in the living room, and I walked by a mirror, and I caught a glimpse of somebody I vaguely recognized, and it was me. And that was my aha moment. That's when the rubber hit the road. And I just stopped, and I said, okay, girl, are we gonna go down this road, the road you're going, and how's that working for you? Or are we gonna completely in this moment decide that we are going to take another route, and that route is happiness. Either way. So I made a decision, I changed my state, and I picked happiness. And I thought to myself, you know, there are so many parents out there, parents that have lost their children in school shootings. Can you even believe I'm using that as an example? It's freaking ridiculous. Or a parent that's had their child abducted, or a parent that has taken their child to chemotherapy. My child has a disease that is manageable, and we're good. We got this. Number one, my first tip, choose to be happy. I chose to be happy that day. Simply decide you are going to have an extraordinary life. I think everyone in this room is on that track. Believe in a brighter tomorrow and know this too shall pass. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. And I just had to believe. A nurse said to me, hey, it will get better. And I'm not, any of people watching at home, that have newly diagnosed diabetic kids, trust me, it gets better. And I'm not minimizing this, but we have to be grateful for where we are and go from there and make a plan. You got to make a plan and then work your plan. So this is fast forward to that little boy on the beach that day. He's, amen to that. Yeah, he's so full of life, and not once since he was diagnosed have I heard him say, poor me, other than in the beginning. It was all about the needles. He doesn't even look at that anything. He just is full of life, and he's choosing happy. This is his best friend, Cole, one of his best friends, and first day at college at Red Deer College. And this guy's on fire. He's writing a book. J.K. Rowling's Look Out. This guy's on fire. You can say, I knew him when. So this is about choosing happiness. The next thing, number 2, I'll actually read this first. If you want to be happy, you have to be happy on purpose. When you wake up, you can't just wait to see what kind of day you'll have. You have to decide what kind of day you'll have. No skin in the game, no life. Don't just float through the days. Show up, go for it. I think we're a group of go for it kind of people. Number 2, control your thoughts. I attract only good things into my life. Even today coming here, you know, we hit major traffic, and I just kept thinking, only good things happen to us. The little waving and the por favor out the windows helped. And we pulled up, there was a parking spot right in front so we could take our stuff out. Constantly, I'm saying, thank you, parking gods. Thank you, traffic, for partying. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Excuse me. What you think you attract. We need to change the chatter. I think some people talk worse to themselves than they would their worst stranger, like, oh my God, you are so stupid. You locked your keys in your car again. Oh my God, why didn't you get up earlier today? You knew you had a TED Talk. But when you take control, what good does that do except gets you in a tizzy? Then you're fighting with your significant other who won't help you carry boxes up. So you've got to just keep it together. Positive attracts positive. So when you are in that state, as this morning, honestly, guys, traffic was coming north. It was like Semana Santa arrived 5 days early. And you got to change your state. And I could have done it in the car and nobody would have even noticed. And I'd like to give you this little tip. And things I'm going to say today, everything's not for everyone. Pick and choose what feels right for you. Your life should be swimming downstream, not upstream. As soon as you start swimming upstream, you're feeling contracted, you're on the wrong path. But in a moment where it's an outside force affecting your life, this is a technique I use. I go in my head, the guys, everyone in the car with I was crazy, I just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it grounds you. Your shoulders, you can even try it yourself, sit in your chair, nobody will even notice. Your shoulders kind of like, and you stop because there's nowhere to go. I beg you, don't count up. 5,323, 5,324. No, you want to go down because it grounds you, it stops you, and that is a technique. On the other side of I is the rest of your life. I am stupid. I am unsuccessful. That's what you will attract. I am strong. I am smart. I was in the bathroom. I got this. I am capable. I am brings good things to your life. I am full of passion. I am adventurous. I am plugged into my life. You guys can all say that. Every single one of you here, you are all plugged into your life. Like, there's an energy in this room. So honored to be here. I am full of gratitude. I am happy. This one's for you, Kim. I am sparky and sparkly. We have a sparkly friend. So the I ams, you can even go as far to put this, with my permission, on your mirror. So when you're brushing your teeth, getting ready in the morning, you're thinking, I got this. I'm good. I'm ready. I'm happy. Versus, it doesn't leave, you crowd out the negative thoughts. Number, good vibes only. This is what we're constantly on a mission to attract. So this is my number 3, find your tribe. I am so lucky. Some of my tribers are here. And this is some of them right here. And call it a clan, call it a network, call it a tribe, call it a family. Whatever you call it, whoever you are, you need one. Jane, Howard, Margaret. Well, this is part of my crew. I'm blessed. I have a few tribers that aren't in this picture, and I love them all. But I just get such joy out of this picture. We all make time for each other once a year. There's a beautiful resort called La Trosa, just on the other side of Puerto Vallarta. And we get our butts in a boat. Sometimes there's a Gucci bag in there. Sometimes there's like, who knows? Everyone just brings whatever. And we make time for each other. We let each other know that we are committed to our tribe. We are plugged in. And we don't just call each other when the you-know-what hits the fan. That's not being a tribe. That's counselor on call. A tribe is equal. Hey, can we go for lunch? Hey, can you show up to support me at this event? I need you because I'm a little afraid. Last night, my husband at midnight said to me, please shut your phone off. Ding, 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 ding. I said, no, it's midnight. Nobody will ding me. Ding. I'm like, okay. You know how, like, they all knew. I didn't say to them, hey, I need you at midnight to say you got this. They all just knew. That's being a tribe. That's showing up. Happy days are here again. When you're with your crew, you will know it. You have a plan, and you go for lunch, and it turns into 4 hours. Then you're like, oh, I really got to go. But, I got to tell you this one thing first. That's how it should feel. And I think that my buddy Will Smith says it best.
Yeah, I just saw this Rumi quote that I love. Set your life on fire and seek those who fan your flames. The Philly translation of that is don't be hanging with no jank-ass jokers that don't help you shine. The prerequisite for spending time with any person is that they nourish and inspire you. They feed your flame. There's been very few times in my life that I looked left or looked right and didn't find a person who believed and supported me. From Jazzy Jeff to Alfonso Ribeiro to Charlie Mack to Jada, like there's always been a person beside me fanning my flames. Look at your last 5 text messages. Are those people feeding your flames or dousing your fire? Put your phone down for just a second and look around. Look to the people around you. Are those people throwing logs on your fire or are they pissing on it? The people that you spend time with are gonna make or break your dreams. Everybody don't deserve to be around you. You gotta defend your light with your life.
Did you get that? 3 things. Who fans your flame, who pisses on your fire, and it's a privilege to be in your inner circle. If you find someone pissing on your fire, they gotta go. I mean, you give everyone a grace, everyone's having a bad day, but if somebody's making you feel not good about you and you have to dummy down for them or you contract when they're around, see ya. There are so many beautiful spirits in this world. Surround yourself with your peeps. Who fans your flame? Who is what Will Smith said? Who's the people closest to you? I'd like us just to take a second. I don't know if you need to write it on a paper or if you can just do it in your head or pull out your phone. Who is your circle of 5, your circle of 8, your circle of 10? Who are those people? I'd like you just to think about that. Who's important to you? Because this week, I would like it if you would reach out to some of your tribe members and to really let them know that, hey man, I love doing life with you. Seek the people who fill you up and that you want to celebrate life with. But you can't take them for granted. What you appreciate appreciates. So then if you're watching this or you're sitting here today and you're like, girl, now I'm depressed. I thought I was going to come here happy. Now you've pointed out I don't have a tribe, and what the hell? I'm like way too old not to have a tribe. You know what? This room is rocking. If somebody you caught you out of the corner of your eye, you think, you know, that person, I might like her. Just afterwards go say, hey, my name's this. Tell me your story, or can I buy you a coffee? One time, this tribal gal of ours, I was sitting in a sushi restaurant. Everyone knows me as I'm like, can I have a California roll? Like, I am not a sushi girl. And we were I was with my husband, and we were with some other couple, and this girl comes over to me, this big menu. Now I know she's like sushi queen, Miss Allie. And she says, excuse me, can you recommend some sushi on the, and I'm like, California rolls? I'm not really a sushi person. And later I found out she had seen me across the room and thought, I'm gonna be friends with her. And she didn't know how to do it, so be creative. Now we're fast friends. We went for coffee. First I thought it was a little bit weird, but I got over it. It was good. Yeah, and she's like a gem in this world. If all of us have an Allie. And speaking of gems, I just wanted to tell you guys a little story about this little thing. This is my friend Jerry, and her and I decided, because your tribe's got to encourage you, because they got to be as crazy as you are. And they got to be like, yeah, let's paint our faces. Yeah, let's get them professionally done. Yeah, let's spend a lot of money. So we did that, because we were going to the Katrina Festival in San Miguel de Allende. And so we got our faces all done, and we're strutting around town. People are taking their pictures with us. And this guy comes up to us. He's like, hey, the festival's tomorrow. And we're like, what? Then it's crisis mode, tribal crisis. What am I going to do? We spent all this. Then we're like, I don't know who had the idea. Oh, of course, me. It was my idea. I said, let's sleep all night in our makeup. And we're at Airbnb, but we cannot turn over because we'll get makeup on the pill and they'll charge us, won't get our damaged deposit back. So both of us slept like corpses with our makeup on. And the next morning we came out, we're like, oh, how was your terrible? I never slept a wink. But we had our coffee and we were on to the Katrina Festival that day. So we got the bang for our buck. So if you, I recommend everyone go to it. It's an experience that's beyond awesome. If you want a happy tribe, you have to be a happy person. So number 4, create a life that you want to live. Do you have a daily practice? If you don't, you must. What's a daily practice, you might ask? It's your routine. Now, I'm going to stand back here a little bit because I don't want anyone throwing things at me. I'm going to make a suggestion. Remember, take what you want and don't. I am recommending that we don't use our phone to wake up with. I'm recommending we don't even have a phone by our bed. Because a lot of us wake up, flip over, flip through Facebook, Instagram. I recommend that it's super important to ground yourself into your morning, and for the first hour after you being awake, that you don't look at your phone. What I like to do is I like to meditate in bed. Quick meditation, because once my feet are on the floor, I'm on to the next thing, and meditating is never one of them. But if you're like me, I have a question. I'm really curious. Is there anyone in the crowd that dreams at night, vibrant, colored dreams, and remembers their dreams the next day? Oh, I wasn't sure. I honestly didn't know how many people. Because if we're dreaming all night and partying like a rock star the next day, when do we relax? When do our cells get a chance to regroup? When can our health take a moment? So what I like to do is I meditate in bed. I just wake up, and it's like a routine. I'm used to it. I practice it. Practice makes perfect. And again, kiss. Keep it simple, sexy. I just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just breathe, and then down again. But I count out, and then up, and then down. And sometimes I only do 2 of them, and then it just reminds me, okay, I'm going to take this next hour. I'm going to have a hot water and lemon. Helps you get rid of all the toxins in your body. And then I'm going to get out the door or do yoga or do whatever your thing is. Go for a walk, go ride a horse, I don't know, whatever it is that you like to do. And then when you come back, I like to have my green drink at that time because I'm not a salad girl. I am a salad girl if you make me a salad. I'm very happy. But at noon to be... So what I do in the morning is I put my spinach, my my cucumber, my nopales, my bee pollen, my beets, all of this, whatever you like. So I have my kick of greens to get my body started right from the day, and then I'm good to go. Mel Robbins, I got this idea from her, which I think is so cool. She is a promoter of keeping an hour sacred. And what she does is, while she, and I do this too, in my bathroom, I have my phone usually when I'm brushing my teeth or getting ready in the morning. And she thinks, what are the 3 things that I'd like to accomplish today? I like to set myself up for success. Because if you have 50 things at the end of the day, oh, I'm a loser, I didn't get that done, oh, I'm not organized. But if you only have your 3 things and you get that done, you're like, wow, I accomplished this today, good on me. So what I do is I take the sticky note, I have it by where I'm getting ready, and then these are my 3 things I want to accomplish today. Put it in the back of my phone, and so this is with me all day, and I get oh yeah, I want to do that. It makes it bite-sized pieces, and it makes it easy, and it makes it something that's right with me all the time. So that's just an idea. These are just some tips to creating the life you want to live. Do you like where you live? Is your home your sanctuary? I'm a big one on that. No matter if you live in Brooklyn or if you live in an igloo up north, make your home rise up and greet you when you walk through the door. It should be tailor-made just for you. What's a temperature? What's a climate? Are you a snowshoer? Puerto Vallarta is probably not the place for you. If you're a flip-flop girl, welcome home. It's all you and what you do. Choices plus consistency and time equals significant changes. And again, start each day with gratitude. Do you need a fur baby? This is our family, our son's cat, which we adore. Sorry, can you see? I'll try to steer your way. And there the carrots are. And travel. Is travel a big deal to you? Travel not to escape life, but so life doesn't escape you. If you are a person that travel lights up your fire and it excites you from year to year, make it happen. Number 5, happy tip number 5. Be you, be brave. Isn't this goldfish just like the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? I think I might get that poster made and put in my house. Everyone was born with a gift. What is yours? Stay in your own lane. Stop comparing yourself. Play in your own court. Stop comparing yourself to your neighbor. She has curly hair, I have straight hair. Stop comparing yourself to the fashion model on Vogue. She's been photoshopped. She doesn't even know who she is, so don't worry about that. But I have a gift for you guys today. The best things in life are on the other side of fear. So if you ever feel scared, nervous, excited, that's a good thing because you're plugged into your life. You are never too old to step into something exciting. Remember that. And I have a really beautiful gift to share with you guys. Her name is Mandy Hardy. And Mandy, I hope you watch this someday because I think you are a rock star of rock stars. I'd like to share that with you guys today. And I want to share it for 2 reasons. One, music is a huge part of happiness. You have to find your DNA music. What I like, you might not like, but you'll know it because you'll just feel it. Mandy's going to share a song that she wrote, and it's called Try. And so it fit perfectly with us today because we all need to try different things and step into something. Remember, on the other side of fear is fabulous.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
And what's your name?
Mandy Harvey.
And who's this?
My interpreter.
What's your name?
Sarah.
Nice to meet you, Sarah.
Nice to meet you,
you?
sir.
Hi, Sarah.
Doing well, thank you. Hello.
Okay, Mandy, so I think I've worked this out. So you're deaf?
Yes, I lost all my hearing when I was 18 years old.
Wow. And how old are you now?
29. So it's 10 years.
Wow. And Mandy, how did you lose your hearing, if you don't mind me asking?
I have a connective tissue disorder, so basically I got sick and my nerves deteriorated.
So you were singing before you lost your hearing?
Yeah, I've been singing since I was 4. So I left music after I lost my hearing and then figured out how to get back into singing with muscle memory, using visual tuners and trusting my pitch.
So your shoes are off because you're feeling the vibration. Is that how you're following the music?
Yeah, I'm feeling the tempo, the beat through the floor.
And Mandy, what are you going to sing?
I'm gonna sing a song that I wrote called Try.
Okay, can you tell me what it's about?
After I lost my hearing, I gave up. But I want to do more with my life than just give up. So.
Good for you. Good for you. Okay, well, look, this is your moment, and good luck.
Okay. I don't feel the way I used to. The sky is gray, much more than it is blue. But I know one day I'll get through, and I'll take my place again if I would try. If I would try. Oh, there is no one for me to blame, 'cause I know the only thing in my way is me. I don't live the way I want to. That whole picture never came into view. But I'm tired of getting used to the day. So I will try. So I will try. If I would try. If I would try.
Mandy, I don't think you're going to need a translator for this.
And you can tell everybody this is a song.
It's incredible. I mean, I've done this a long time. That was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen and heard. Come here.
Thank you so much.
To you. Dad? That was amazing. Amazing. Congratulations, guys. Honestly, I never think I'm going to be surprised or amazed by people, and then you turn up. And with, I mean, just the fact that you are you, but it was your voice, your tone, The song was beautiful. Congratulations, you were straight through to the live shows. Mandy, you know what? We found each other.
Yes.
And you can tell everybody this is a song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done.
Isn't she just awesome? Can you imagine being, I know, can you imagine being deaf and having the courage to do that in front of that many people and then writing a beautiful song like that? So the next time you think, I can't try that, say shout out to Mandy. Number 6, purpose plus action equals a happy life. Your purpose has a pulse. Breathe life into it every day. So let me change this. I got caught up in Mandy. I got so excited. Mandy found her purpose. Why? There's a driving force within her. You have to find out what your driving force is to find your purpose. Live your life by how you feel. Learn to know what expands you and what contracts you. We talked about that before. You know, so many people, not necessarily in this area, but in the world, they hit a certain age and their I ams is I am sick, I am old, I am a person without a purpose. And without a purpose, you're dead in the water. Purpose doesn't have to be big and grand. Your purpose can be baking cookies for the grade 1 class down the street once a week. You just have to have a purpose. You have to have a reason to get out of bed in the morning, your feet hit the floor, and be excited about something. And that is, that's really super important. And success is doing things 10 things well and repeating them 8,000 times. You just have to keep repeating. You pick up the paintbrush. There's a few artists in the room. And you just start painting. You have to start somewhere. So dream big, find your clarity, work hard, stay focused, play hard, play hard, play hard, and repeat. Number 7, I think we know this guy, Mr. Facebook boy. Done is better than perfect. Start where you are. Don't wait to be perfect. As I mentioned before, I have a column in the paper. And what I didn't mention is I suck at English, but I'm constantly trying to get better. I know I suck. I partied through school. I never really showed up to an English class except to coordinate the next party. But I was put my neck on the whatever you call those things where you get guillotine. The chopping block, and I put my articles out, and again, I wasn't doing it for anything but my great-grandchildren, and this woman came up to me, and she's like, hey, I'm like, hey, Valley Girl thing, and she said, I know you, and I said, yeah, where have we met? She said, no, I'm reading your column, I love your column, I love what you have to say, and I said, thank you. Before I could say that, she said, but your writing skills are atrocious. What you might not know is I'm an Alberta girl from Canada. There's a little redneck in me. And the happy queen picked up and went down that street, and I said, well, I really don't give a shit what you think. I am trying. I know I shouldn't have said that. I'm trying to be better. But I knew atrocious equaled mean. And I never asked her. I never met her before. But if I would have I do kind of know her, and I don't think she meant to be mean. Kinda, I don't know. Atrocious, I can't really get past that. But if I would have let her throw me off my game, I would stop writing. I wouldn't be here today. And I encourage each and every one of you to just start where you are and don't let anyone stop you from your dreams. Believe in yourself and stop overthinking it. I did a lot of thinking about this TED Talk, I have to say, and I did do a bit of overthinking. Just got to have a disclaimer. But you just have to trust yourself and know you show up and do your best. Just start where you are. Have a mission statement or a vision board. That's a big deal. Or write it in a book or write it above your door. I brought one of my vision boards. I'm the queen of vision boards. And this is the one I have in my office. And I have many vision boards, but it's something that's in my line of sight every day. That's the key thing. Or I have another vision board in my book that I really like because it's with me. I don't know if you guys can see it all the time. And it's my vision pages. And I flip through it, going to my, what I'm doing this week, to my journaling spot. And because of this vision board or vision pages, I'm going to Europe with my beloved husband this summer because Scotland is on here. And I have, I have flipped through month after month after month seeing Scotland, and then last month I thought, hey, it's you declared it, and so it shall be. But excuse me, are you going to go on a dove? Like, how are you going to afford a plane ticket? Have you looked at hotels? Have you asked your friends? Thank you. That's what friends do. And so you have to have something that you're measuring your life with and helps keep you on track and where you're going. Next, seek out a mentor. I did that with this TED Talk. My friend, a couple of my friends, Roger and my friend Rick and Ken, takes a village, people, let me tell you, when I'm technically challenged like I am. But find somebody who knows what you want to accomplish and ask them for their help. Oprah Winfrey's another one of my mentors. I actually was blessed enough to meet her in Chicago. And oh yeah, it was a good day. And I was shocked. She never asked me to be her best friend in Skid Gale. But I got over that. So anyways, you have to find a mentor, whoever that is, wherever your passions are, only you know. And you gotta hustle. Rome wasn't built in a day. Get out there, hustle, 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 hustle. Love. Number 8, gotta have some love. But you gotta love yourself first. What are you bringing to the table? Sometimes people have this list of what they want in their significant other, and their list, what they're bringing to the table, is like this. So whatever you're asking, you should be bringing to the table. Ask yourself, do you have your mind in order? Do you have your body and your health in order? Is your spirit in order? Do you offer what you expect? Love is a verb. Take action. Get your act together, and what you appreciate appreciates. I have a friend in the audience, I won't call her out, Kim, and her husband was out of town for a couple of weeks, and I happened to be at her house the morning of his return. And they've been married, how many years? Oh, good God, it's worse than I thought. 32 years. And she had made him a cherry pie. She had all different kinds of chocolates in glasses. She had a banner on the door, and I'm not going to say all the other things she had. And I was like, whoa, you do all this? He's been gone 3 days. And so it just made me think I need to step up my game, and I want my husband to know that I appreciate him, because I'm sure Paul walked in and thought, wow, Kim is plugged into our marriage. Kim shows up every day. My husband and I have a formula I'd like to share with you. Again, use what you want. And I have a friend here who adopted this formula, and it makes me so happy. What our formula is every single night before we go to bed at night, we say what we loved about each other that day. And I don't think we've missed a day in 10 years. Have we, honey? Nope. And what we do is right before we go to sleep, we say, what I loved about you today is, and you'll be shocked what comes out of a man's mouth. I'm like, really? That means that much to you? And it's the little things that he always notices that it makes me feel appreciated. And sometimes it hasn't all been roses, and I say, I like you have black hair. That's it. That is all that I have. Lighten up, laugh more, love deeply, and sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Trust me, you can dance. Alcohol. Number 9, keep the balance. So we've talked about a lot of things here this morning, and if you don't have a balanced life, then you're going to miss out on some of the juicy spots. Keep it simple, live simply, and track your life. This is my balanced heart, and I use it. It's in one of my pages, And every week, it keeps me on track. And just do little check marks. This is your tribe. This is what, in Rhonda's opinion, equals a happy life if you have a balanced heart. And you'll see there's business, readers are leaders, savings, investing, weights, walking. What are you contributing to the community? What are you giving back? And you can just check these week after week. There's no rules. You can do what you want. Do you have time for massage? Where are you being creative? What music are you listening? This one of mine tends to be empty, and it's my spouse's family. A lot of them don't speak English, so it is a tricky one of mine. But that, when I've noticed 3 weeks in a row it's empty, I'm unbalanced. They don't feel my love. So I'll send a Facebook message, or the ones that speak English, I'll send them a message, or I make an effort and they feel it. My guy, Tony Robbins, says it best. No man's land's concept is when you're not really happy about your life, but you're not unhappy enough to do anything about it. You want to avoid this at all costs. Take time to do what makes your soul happy. Only you know. You are the only one that knows what fits for you. Number 10. Can you believe we're at number 10 already? Give back. It's a very big, fat deal. We rise by lifting others up. I didn't accidentally put this here. I think this is the most important. Maybe being happy and this are tied, but this is above this. What are you giving back? What are you leaving a legacy to? Where are you being a leader? How are you leading by example? Are you paying attention to being nice? Do you find moments in life that could get ugly and you step up and be nice? That's really what it's about. So in ending today, I would like to throw out a challenge to all of you. I think it would be so cool, and to everybody watching at home. I invite you to do 5 random acts of kindness this week. So you got two jobs. Reach out to your tribe. We'll get your everything in order, your routine, but reach out to your tribe and then do 5 random acts of kindness. And when we each one teach one, so everyone here maybe learned something today that they can go home and at the table tonight share with somebody else that might enhance their happiness. So if everyone here could do 5 random acts of kindness this week, and when one person says to you, oh, thank you, just say, the only thing I ask back is that you pass this on. It's a challenge. And there might be people all over the world watching this. Oh my God, 100 years from now. Okay, I challenge you 100 years from now when you're watching this to make a difference. So we can make this world a better place, one person at a time, if we each just start taking little small steps. Because the world, I don't know, we've kind of gone silent a little bit. And we're kind of afraid when things are sideways to speak up and say, hey, that's crap. You treat your elders with respect. There's a lady in the room. You don't swear like that. Come on. I don't know why it's gotten out of control. When I was young, I knew my role. So let's all take back the beautiful world that we have, and let's do it by leading by example. So that's my happy tips. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm not sure if anybody has a comment, a question, observation, or a happy tip that they have that they might be willing to share today, because this room is full of fabulous people, and I'm always growing too, and I would love to hear anything anyone would like to share.
I just have an interest in you. What inspired this? This is recently new to you. What inspired you to give this speech with this magnitude?
This has been on my bucket list for many years, and I had a marker in my life. I'm going to be 50 in June, hence going to Europe, and doing a TED Talk was something that I wanted to do before my 50th birthday, so I've done it. Yay! I am so excited about that. So yeah, that, my grandkids and this, and so yeah, that's inspired me. This is the first time I've ever publicly spoke I did a little mastermind, or not, what are those guys called, where you, thanks, babe, Toastmaster. I did a 5-minute Toastmaster. So this length of period threw me a little bit, and then my tribe said, be you, don't be fake. I was gonna wear black today because I watched all the other TED Talkers, and they all generally look very business-like, and I thought, you know, that's not me. I'm coming in already on a sideways thing that's not me. So I went and found the most colorful dress that I could find, and I thought, I can't get up here and tell them, be you, be who you are, and be in a suit. So, yeah.
What about yourself?
Adventure. I haven't done a trip with my husband that didn't involve family for probably 10 years. It feels sparky to me, and it feels alive. And not that there's anything wrong with going to Red Deer, Alberta every year, but this feels like it's something just for me that I want.
Is that where your family is originally from, Scotland?
Well, I don't mean to brag, but William Wallace's mom was a Crawford, and I'm a Crawford, so I'm a direct cousin of William Wallace. She asked, she's not a plant, I promise.
Who is William Wallace?
Oh, sister. I have a little gift for you. Go home, watch Braveheart.
Okay.
That's my cousin.
Who Mel Gibson was playing?
Yes.
Your cousin?
Yes.
Woo-hoo!
Woo, I know. Heck, Scotland, here I come. And I have a castle that I'm going to reclaim. I have my birth certificate. Anyone else like to share something that makes them happy that we all could go home with? There's got to be someone in here that has a happy thing that they do.
I especially love that you decide what your day is going to be like. And what I've learned from another mentor that I'll just tack on to that is I do my meditation, I do my routine, similar to what you said, and I choose my beingness. How am I going to be that day? And when I program myself for what I want to, how I want to show up in the world that day, for example, I'm being in alignment with my legacy. The day just flows. I just slip into a greased slipstream of inspired action all day long, and I have a fantastic day every single day.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
One of the things I do every day is I start my day from my heart, and everything I do from my heart. I don't always do it from my head first. I think,
Right.
What would my heart want? And I live a very heartfelt life, and I'm a very, very lucky person. I have a wonderful life.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I'm very happy for you.
I would like to know, on behalf of probably many people here, are you going to run or host any type of in-person workshops, how to work through the book?
Yes, actually I have an upcoming workshop, thanks for asking, in April 14th at Los Arroyos Verdes.
Okay.
There's flyers in the back, and this was not planned. There are flyers in the back, and it's an all-day retreat, and it does include a book. And there'll be this, but a lot more. And my partner, Barbara, and I are going to be putting on a day. It's the woman who we are partnering that owns Los Arroyos Verdes. You must go there at some time in your life. You want to find your happy place? She's so cool, so groovy, so eclectic. It's just shocking how one person can bring such beauty. So it'll include my book and going through the book. Where's my book? This is my book. And my happy book, and she'll be delivering a lot of very valuable things to help your own life, and it includes lunch too. So that's April 14th.
I see a room predominantly filled with very sensitive women, but I also see a few very brave men that have come along, and I know that many of the perspectives that you are sharing are certainly resonate very strongly with most women. There are very few men that I gather this from. I've been blessed to meet your husband, who happens to be one of the shining stars in that.
Absolutely.
But I see some brave men in here that I would like to hear their perspective on what they've heard today, if they feel brave enough to open their mouths up to that.
You know what? Since I met...
From a male perspective on the things that I touched on, how did it
it's
fit
amazing.
with you?
I believe like all the husbands and guys, single guys engaged in a relationship should follow one of Rhonda's advices because works for us. It's amazing. You have to be truthful to yourself. You have to learn how to be you. Just say things from your heart. Be honest. Do business with integrity. And we'll come back. All what she's saying is absolutely true. And this lady, since the time she wakes up in the morning, she's always already happy. So that's a bonus for me. I don't know how to deal with a bitter lady every morning. So that makes me feel good, feel happy, and encourages me to move forward, to live together. Thank you, Ron, for being my wife.
Rick is behind you. He'd like to. Rick is right behind you. Oh, the men are stepping in line. Good invitation. Good girl. Thank you.
I'd like to respond to that question with a story. Absolutely true story. Yes, forever. It's about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, I was with a group of people. My wife and I were with a group of people. We were sitting outside one of the restaurants in the Malecon having dinner. And it's often the case, we were approached by a vendor. In this case, it was a little guy, maybe about, 8 years old, right? And he was struggling with English and trying to sell something, right? And, we're there with our friends, and we're, of course, we've had something to drink, and we're talking with one another, and, of course, at least my attitude was, no gracias, no gracias, no gracias, leave me alone, leave me alone. Someone in the crowd called the little guy over and said, I'll buy one of those because you're trying really hard to work in English, which clearly wasn't his first language. And I stopped right then and said, wow, I've got so much. This little guy is trying to do something that I never had to do in my life. And I didn't have the decency to recognize that that person needed my assistance. And I could have had the opportunity to make that person happy. I had an opportunity to uplift that person at that moment in time. I didn't do it. And so I want to salute the person who was at our table who actually bought something from that little guy and said, I'm buying this from you because you're trying so hard with your English. And that's Rhonda.
Thank you. Thank you, Rick.
So it's one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to live it. And I saw it being lived in front of me. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. So appreciate you saying that.
And then I'm thinking, why am I here? And it's because of my wife. In fact, on the way here, I said, what talk are we going to again? She said, finding your happy. And I said, we have our happy. And not every day, but several times a week, we sort of look at each other and say, geez, we're lucky as hell. And we're happy, and it's a wonderful thing to be here and to go home to Canada in the summer. And I think you've got some great ideas. I don't see myself doing a little happy book. And I think it's not something the guys would do, but it's the positive attitude, I think, is the main thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And happy attracts happy. So congratulations to you guys. You're doing something right.
I think one of the most important things that you talked about was the purposefulness of your life, finding that purpose and why you do what you do. And I'm lucky enough to be a painter that does well as a business person. But until I, which was a very long time ago, was clear about why I was doing it, that there was a purpose behind why I was doing it, it didn't show up in the way that made a difference. And once I did that, it was like magic. And so finding the purposefulness in your life or what you're doing or why you're doing it and being that in every way, it's like all of a sudden it's like it is. It's magic to have purpose in what you're doing. So I think that's really important.
Thank you for sharing. My dream has been that Kathleen, who is my favorite painter in the world, this is a bit vain, but she's painting my picture in her girls' summer, what's it called, your summer series? How does your garden grow? I thought it was perfect. It's not like a picture of me that'll smack you when you walk in my house. It's a resemblance, but it's the mystery and the heart behind it, and I am so excited, so thank you. The meaning.
It's like what that person, and because she does, she confronts us. She's asking us, how are you living your life? What's your best life?
What's your best life?
How does your garden grow? It's that image is reaching out to the person that's looking at it and asking them. And without that purposefulness behind that painting, it wouldn't show through. So
Right. Go to her gallery if you can. No, honestly, you're just the bomb. It's just an honor to have you here and an honor to be your friend. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Thank you.